This is a message from the office of the leader of the Ambazonia War of Independence, Dr. Choayaba, today, Tuesday, September 8, 2020. This message is issued at the very moment as the leader chairs an intense meeting with his defense chiefs and humanitarian officials. Fellow Ambazonians, the leader of our War of Independence, Dr. Choayaba, is currently chairing a joint meeting with the Defense and Humanitarian Service of our revolution. As we enter the second day of the order to halt all vehicular circulation in solidarity with our bike riders in BAMENDA, the humanitarian service continues to receive several requests from NGOs in the area seeking safe passage. The Commander-in-Chief has been monitoring all our operations since the early hours of today as he ensures that there is maximum coordination between the defense and human service. A perfect interdepartmental coordination is extremely important at this time, says the leader. Proper coordination, he insists, will ensure that our citizens, especially the very sick and most vulnerable, are not further impacted by our current restrictions within the city of BAMENDA. Our people should be reminded that the current restriction orders from the Ambazonia Governing Council were only prompted by the colonial occupiers' attempt to selectively punish on our bike riders. Our defense officials have been contacted by a couple of NGOs operating in our territory, seeking safe passage. We continue to advise that these organizations work in very close collaboration with our humanitarian officials. This will ensure that their operations are not hampered during our current orders. The United Nations humanitarian presence in our city of BAMENDA and others who have recently approached the Ambazonia Governing Council for safe passage are at this very moment being coordinated by our HHS officials. To our citizens, the leader extends his gratitude for their participation during this unfortunate but necessary order, an order designed to prevent the colonial occupier from imposing any selective punitive action on any part of our population. The leader reiterates that all vehicular movement within our city of BAMENDA will remain grounded as long as the colonial occupier attempts to restrict the free circulation of those whose livelihood depends on their ability to serve the biking sector of our community. Our people are being reminded that this is not a lockdown of the city of BAMENDA. The order is only a ban on the circulation of motor vehicles as long as the colonial terrorists imposed a ban on those whose livelihood depends on their ability to ride their bike, serve the community and make a living for themselves and their families. Your leadership will continue to assess the situation and this office will continue to advise as conditions change. This communiqué comes from the Executive Office of the Ambazonia Governing Council, today Tuesday, September 8, 2020.